Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, welcoming you back to the Heart of Darkness for another episode of Project Zomboid. And, of course, I mentioned the Heart of Darkness not because, Frank decided to spend the night sleeping on a couch inside a used store, and this dump is darker than the insides of the lungs of a chain-smoking coal miner, but because of what he found in this used store, which was a lone axe-wielding zombie. Now, ask yourself this question. It's fairly simple. Apocalypse or not, other than a serial killer, what kind of person would be living inside a used storage locker with nothing but an empty cardboard box and an axe? I mean, who? Nobody. That's who. Now, sure, you could be saying maybe that guy got trapped in there by zombies or something. Maybe he was scratched or bitten and wandered in there for safety and then turned. And yeah, that could have happened, but I just can't shake the feeling that if Frank keeps exploring this place, he's going to find like a deep freeze full of torsos, or a collection of human skin suits, or a gallery of severed heads lying around somewhere. It's gonna happen. Trust me, it's gonna happen. Now, we've got a bit of a problem here for Frank right now, in that he's a little depressed, so I'm looking for ways we can maybe up that. Let's take a look at Frank's journal and see if maybe we can get some insight into maybe his state of mind here. War Journal, Day 13. Finally beat my way inside a used store. Had to destroy some chump's overpriced, oversized golf club to do it. But it was totally worth it. Finally got my hands on some tools, and took an axe off the zombie of some serial killer. At least, I'm assuming he was a serial killer. I mean, who else is gonna live inside a used store with nothing but an axe and an empty box? Nobody, that's who. Also, feeling a little down in the dumps lately. Need something to lighten the mood. Something. This apocalypse, it's grim and overwhelming. And I mean, yeah, I'm the Punisher and I'm used to grit and gore, but even I have my limits, man. Even I have my limits. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. Alright, so we're going to try and head back to our house and see if maybe we can find something to help improve Frank's mood, because he really is looking a little blue. I mean, he's down in a dump, so I'm also going to take these 2 planks, and if I had a hammer, which I don't, but if I had a hammer, I would try and shore up Frank's living situation a little bit by closing some of the windows in what we've chosen to be sort of our official residence, but we still have not found a regular garden variety ordinary claw hammer. It's one of the few things we still haven't had. We have an axe. Claw hammer? Can't do it. Not like a garden variety ordinary routine. Everybody has one in their house for hanging pictures and shit. That kind of hammer, we just can't friggin' find one. This area seems shockingly zombie-free. So shockingly zombie-free, in fact, that I'm going to forego my normal sneak mode. I'm going to climb that fence, Frank. And see if we can't maybe get back to our house a little quicker. Now, Frank is pretty badly encumbered. As you can see, he's 20 out of 12 pounds, so he's carrying a lot of extra weight around. And this time, for once, I'm not talking about Frank's doughy physique. I've been making fun of his cardio work quite heavily lately, because honestly, he's getting tired real easy. But in this case, this particular case, Frank actually is struggling with a pretty hefty burden. This is my house, yes? Yes, okay. So we're almost home. A lot of dead zombies here, but I did that. Most of that is my work, and I'm more than a little proud of it. That's why I leave these corpses on display. Yeah, gotta be a lesson to all the other zombies. This is Frank Castle's domain. You stay the fuck out of Frank Castle's domain. So in the window. Alright, let's shut that behind us. Now we've got to try, we're going to offload some gear so Frank is not so grievously encumbered. But the other thing we need to do is try and find something we can use to make Frank a little bit happier. Because, man, he's real blue. Frank's real down in the dumps. We're going to store the axe for now. We will be likely cutting some wood with that in the very near future, but is this cabinet full? That cabinet is full. Man, both of our cabinets are actually full. We've got a lot of goods here. Now, the question is, do we have any antidepressants? Have we at some point come across a stack of antidepressants? I think the answer is no. We got 2 baseball bats, though. Again, if we had a hammer, we could turn those baseball bats into a pretty fantastic weapon. Empty gas can I don't necessarily need. This spade we don't necessarily need either. The baseball bats we need to store, but clearly our storage shelves are getting pretty much full to the brim, so let's head over here. I wonder if a cup of tea would cheer Frank up. I mean, a cup of tea would cheer me up. What do you think, Frank? You want a nice try a nice cup of tea? I mean, we can make a cup of tea. We have all the ingredients. You know what? Let's make Frank a cup of tea. A nice, easy sort of chamomile kind of thing working. I think that would go a long way to lighten Frank's mood. I really do. Also, Frank is extremely hungry, so we should make him some food as well. You know what? Apple makes Frank unhappy. So we're looking for any kind of food we can find or anything we might that increase. All right, well, this doesn't at least depress Frank, so let's eat this beef jerky. It doesn't make him happy, but it doesn't depress him horribly. Oh, bread slices. Our bread has gone bad, huh? Okay, interesting. I guess we'll pull the bread then. Cake makes us unhappy? It does, because it's rotten. Maybe that's why Frank is so unhappy. Perhaps we've eaten some spoiled food. I mean, unknowingly, we might have eaten some spoiled food. Cheese is still good. Chips are fine. Chocolate. That decreases our unhappiness. We'll eat that, Frank. That'll perk you up a little, pal. Everybody likes chocolate. You're ravaged by mourning and desperation. Well, you're getting a tad weepy. Never mind. That's better. Rotten, uncooked, dead mouse. Well, we probably don't need to get rid of that then. Some corn, some dry ramen, eggplant. Is that... All right, so let's just weed through this and see what food has gone bad. Any food that's gone bad, we're going to get rid of. Instant popcorn... Lemon, it's fine. Lettuce is rotten. Milk's gone bad. Orange, got still plenty of orange soda. Orange soda makes us happy. We'll drink that later. Some pepper, pineapple, still good. A pot of water. Potato seeds. We should try and make a delicious soup as well. Processed cheese is still good. Radishes have gone over. Red wine will make Frank happy, right? Yeah, red wine decreases unhappiness. Some salmon that's gone over. Some steak that's gone over. Strawberries have gone over. Goodness. We got a lot of rotten food. Whiskey will make Frank happy as well, I'm sure. Some worms and yeast. So we got a lot of really bad food. A lot of stuff that's going to waste. Okay. Well, we have upped Frank's mood very slightly. Let's open the window here. We have a garbage can out back, right, Frank? Because I'm going to throw all this rotten food in the garbage. I mean, it's the end of the world and all, but still, there's a certain amount of decorum I feel that must be maintained. Don't you, Frank? Yeah. You still put garbage in a garbage can, man. I don't care how far things have fallen. I don't care how far down the rabbit hole we are in this apocalypse. My garbage goes in the fucking garbage can. All right, so we've got a can here. Let's toss some garbage into it. Did we put all of that stuff in our backpack? We sure did. All right, so we got all this rotten, spoiled food. Let's get all of that stuff in the old garbage. I'm really kind of sad that the bread went moldy. I mean, this is all stuff we could have just eaten, drank, cooked, something. We could have tried and make something out of this, and instead it's just all gone to waste. Bread slices, pitch those. The cake is very disappointing. I'm assuming eating rotten food would make us sick, or I might have a go at those cake slices anyway. I do love cake. It's not true, actually. I don't actually like cake. I think I've mentioned this before. I actually vastly prefer pie. Cake is definitely inferior to pie in pretty much all respects, if you think about it. If you could give me your choice of like just a garden variety, say like a sheet cake. One of those cakes that you get for like every birthday party or anything you've ever been to. That kind of cake. Or you could have a delicious pie. Don't care what kind. Fruit pie. It could be, like a cream pie, whatever floats your boat. Just any kind of pie. And when I say cream pie, I don't mean that kind of cream pie. I mean an actual cream pie. But if you compare the two, I think you'll find that you would prefer pie in most of those situations. What am I looking for here? A kettle, right? Yeah, we have a kettle. I know we brought one back. I'm making Frank a cup of tea, damn it. That's my whole goal, is to make a cup of tea. There's our kettle. And so I know we need a kettle full of water. We also need a tea bag, I think. We have a tea bag. And I think an empty mug might be all we need. We have empty mugs. Actually, we have mugs full of water. So let's grab one of these. Grab one. And let's just pour into the ground. Pour it into the kettle. There we go. Fill the water bottle. We actually need to restock our water anyway. Fill a full kettle. I don't want to fill the mug. Frank, what's going on here? Why can't I get... What's going on? Why is that suddenly unclickable? Drink. Fill a full kettle. Alright, so some kind of weird bug there, I guess. So let's see how we craft tea. How do I make tea? That's all I want to do is make some tea. Open my crafting menu. I want to make general farming cooking. I want to make tea. Soup, we got a lot. Make hot drink. Hot cuppa required. Water 1 unit, sugar 1 unit, a tea bag or coffee. Why can't I craft one? I have an empty mug. I have 1 unit of water. I have 1 unit of tea bag. Do I have to have sugar? I have to have sugar, and I don't have sugar. Man, Frank's quest for tea continues to be thwarted, even in the band. Fucking apocalypse. This shit is bleak. Shit is some bleak shit. Man can't even get himself a fucking cup of tea. This apocalypse. It's not just for kids and video games anymore. This is truly becoming a very rapid nightmare. I mean, this is rapidly becoming a true, full-on, complete and total nightmare. Alright, let's get Frank some weaponry. Preferably weapons we can equip one-handed, because I do want to go back to getting my duffel bag. So let's just go back to the old frying pan method. We only equipped that secondary. We had only equipped the golf club in order to beat our way into the building, and now that we've done that, I think we go back, finish looting it with our more standard setup. I'm sure the frying pan will be enough to keep us safe. I mean, it's kept us safe this long. Let's equip that frying pan. The frying pan has been enough to keep us safe for this long. If it's gonna let us down, I'd rather die with my trusty frying pan in my hand than literally anything else. Even these guns I own, and despite the fact that I'm a Punisher. Because the gun, the one time I fired it, didn't really do anything at all. I missed a lot. It made me feel bad about myself. You know what? I think we've just explained, chats. Yep, that's it. We've just explained Frank's boredom. We know why. He's a tad weepy. He realizes his skills with the firearms have gotten completely rusty. He's lost his ability, his superpower, if you will. He's just a garden variety average Joe in the apocalypse. No longer the man who is unkillable with a firearm, the man who has saved 1,000 people, the man who's thwarted 1,000 criminals, the man who's punished 1,000,000 guilty people. He's not that man anymore. Now he's just some chump in Muldraugh, Kentucky, walking around with a fucking duffel bag and a frying pan, trying not to die, eating rotten cake. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, Frank. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Alright, so this area looks relatively clear. We cleared most of the inside of this building already. We are going to go back and finish looting the few rooms that we had not looted, and we have run into a couple different unpleasant zombie encounters in here. I think I left one of these doors open in a room that I had not yet searched. Pretty sure I searched all of these. I was closing the doors just to, you know, keep zombies from, I don't know, wandering into the building and getting stuck. Also, I wouldn't mind having zombies beat down doors for me because it's a way to get free planks. So if you zombies want to get to work beating down the doors, it's totally cool. I was surprised that this zombie didn't have a key. Okay, there's the guy that we found. There's the dead corpse of the serial killer. These were empty, right? Bags of plaster, trowels. Mostly this place just has paint in it. That's the other thing we discovered. There's nothing more common to be stored in a used store than cans of old paint. Right, so we have to be careful now because zombie potential exists in each of these rooms we open. Ooh, hey. This gets rid of what? Boredom? And stress. You know what? I'm going to read that. We're not bored, we're sad. What we need are some antidepressants to get rid of Frank's depression. Still, one would think increasing our happiness would help in that department. No zombie. So a kettle, a tent kit. Well, we'll take it. A bucket. You know, a bucket just seems like it would be generally a useful item. Let's take a bucket. We already have the whole kettle and it didn't do us any good, but I'm going to take another one. Frank's quest for tea is never ending. There's more cigarettes. We got a lot of smokes. A lot of smokes. They don't really help with the depression, which is strange because I'm told that people who stop smoking often become depressed. So one would think cigarettes have some kind of ingredient that helps combat that, but apparently not. Anything in here? Zombie? No, clear. Oh my god, we found a fucking hammer. We did it. We finally found a hammer. We also found a flashlight and a box of paper clips, but most importantly, we finally found a goddamned hammer. An ordinary garden variety claw. No, I saw it. Okay. Hammer, a screwdriver, and a ball of twine. This is the greatest find in the history of Project Zomboid. We found a hammer. Also, I hear zombies banging. So there might be a zombie in this room. Very cautious. Nope. Nothing. Okay. Well, still, mission accomplished. We have found a hammer. That was all we set out to find, and we did find a hammer. We've got a couple planks. All things being equal, this has been one of Frank's most successful runs, because now we have a saw, we have an axe, we have a hammer, we have everything we need to start chopping down trees and turning our home into a goddamn fortress. Door hinge and a doorknob I don't really need. So you know what? I think what we'll do, since we are a little hungry and a little bored, I think we'll have Frank head back home. And maybe, just maybe, we'll chop down a few trees. We might be able to get a tree branch. As I understand it, chopping trees does have a chance to create tree branches, so we could make then maybe a... I mean, we have everything else we need from the foraging aspect to make a replacement axe and sledgehammer. We don't actually have a sledgehammer, but we could make an axe and like an impromptu sledgehammer with a chunk of rock. There are plenty of available trees very near to Frank's home, so we could just come right back here and start chopping, do a little impromptu forestry. Man, Frank is real depressed. We need something to make Frank happy. Oh, he's tired. Never mind. Getting a little weak. Seek some excitement or human contact. Well, I mean, we could go pick a fight with a bunch of zombies. That seems exciting, right? I mean, that'll get rid of Frank's boredom. I'm not sure excitement is that's the right way to really sort of seek it. Also, we haven't seen zombies in days. It's been a while since we've seen any zombies. I'm not complaining. Not at all. So let's eat this apple. Frank is a little tired. We'll grab the apple, we'll eat the apple, we'll unload our stuff, and then I think we'll take a nap, and then maybe do some forestry. I am very interested in starting to turn this place into a fortress. The hammer, I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep on me at all time. I'm not even... No idea why I even took that box of paper clips. It seems like a thing that might potentially be useful. I don't know. A hammer and a screwdriver in the apocalypse seems like the kind of thing you might want to keep on yourself pretty much all the time. So I'm gonna. Let's get rid of this kettle and this flashlight as well. I'm pretty sure the flashlight's not going to work because we don't have any batteries. What, is the tent kit really heavy? No, it should fit in there. Tent kit. Beat it. Nope, it won't fit. Alright, let's cram it in over here. We'll put it in with our fork, plastic spoon, and plastic bag. I don't really need this bucket either, I guess. So we'll have Frank... it's in the afternoon. How tired is Frank? He's drowsy. Let's test the tree thing. I'm curious if we can make planks if we have both a saw and an axe. I'm just curious how this will work. So let's grab our axe into our main inventory. We're also going to take the saw into our main inventory. Oh, we can make a spiked baseball bat. Why am I taking shotgun shells? I actually don't want shotgun shells. I want a saw. I mean, I'm glad to have the shotgun shells and the shotgun that goes with it, but I'm at this point not really interested in shooting anything with a shotgun. I'm more interested in chopping down a tree and sawing it. Did you leave anything in here? Our hammer and our screwdriver. Let's put those in our backpack instead. Sometimes we go without the duffel bag. Meanwhile, Frank slowly packs shotgun shells back into his cabinet. Let's unequip this. You know, well, I think we'll just leave it in our inventory. It's fine. Nope. All right, so let's put that there. Let's equip primary and equip in both hands. Now we've got an axe and a saw. Let's go try and chop down a tree. You got this, Frank. This tree will not get the best of you, Frank. A tree will not best you. You've got what it takes to take down this lone tree. Look at him right there. This is your victim, Frank. Focus all of your energies on this tree. Well done, Frank. We got a tree branch. We did it. A tree branch, too. Oh. So logs and a tree branch. All right, we're taking all this stuff. The twigs, actually, I think I may leave. I don't know what twigs are useful for. Fire kits, maybe? Okay, so logs are extraordinarily heavy. The tree branch is also heavy. All right, let's go back to our house. We have logs. I'm going to go inside and look at the crafting menu. See what we can do. I don't know why I'm going exclusively in and out of my window, by the way. I've got, I don't know, kind of like a late 90s sitcom thing going where I don't ever actually come in or out through the door. I always use a window. Don't ask me why. So can I saw those? I can. Saw all. Hey, we're sawing logs. Get it? Because Frank's tired, sawing logs? Okay, yeah, you're right. It wasn't fucking funny at all. So what did we saw? We sawed 2 logs into 6 planks. Interesting. All right, a few other things we're going to do then before we wrap the episode up. I think we've mastered the whole, this is how an axe works thing, which I'm pleased by. I like knowing how it works. As I understand it, the axe is also a terrifically fantastic weapon. Still, we're going to stick back with our more butter knife sort of duffel bag kind of thing that we're used to for scouting. And we're going to have to try and go find some antidepressants, I think, in the very near future. The planks, the saw, actually I'm going to keep in my backpack at all times. The hammer, the screwdriver, and the saw, those are things that just stay in our backpack. I think from now on, we keep those on us at all times. The cigarettes we can do without, because they don't do anything to help us. They reduce our stress, but increase our unhappiness dramatically. I'm pretty sure that stopping smoking is supposed to increase your unhappiness, not vice versa. Also, do we have a stone in here? Because if we have a stone... Is that in the other cabinet? Must be in the other cabinet. Stone? Do we have a stone? I know we have stones, because I scavenged a ton of them. I do want some nails. Grab half. So we're going to have to grab 30 of these at a time. Oh, this is real dull. Maybe the nails will just be something I also keep on me at all time then. Although I think you can make those into like a box of nails where it's just 50 nails, and then you can move them as one item. You know what? That's fine. Just walk away, Frank. Got enough nails. Planks, twigs, tree branches. Where did I put those rocks? We had stones, I know somewhere. Where did I put them? I know we had some. With absolute perfect clarity and certainty, I know we have some regular stones. There's chipstone. Where is it? Oh, there it is, a stone. Grab one. So we should be able to craft an impromptu sledgehammer then with our tree branch, right? It's general. Make a sturdy stick. Plank and a saw. Well, that's not really what I'm interested in. I don't want to drill a plank either. Paper clips. Open a box of paper clips. Makes paper clips. Screws, a box of nails. Make a sawed-off shotgun. Actually, none of this is what I want. Is it a survive? Ah, make stone hammer. Yes, craft one. The gunshot is disconcerting, admittedly. Rip sheets and twigs. I could make a campfire kit with rip sheets and twigs and 3 planks. I don't really feel like I need to make a campfire kit or start a campfire. So we've made an impromptu stone hammer. Good. Let's put that back in our box. I have no immediate use for it. I want to store these planks. Actually, I'm going to store elsewhere. We're running out of shelf space there. So let's take these. You know what? I don't want to move all of these. I'm going to keep a couple of these because I'm going to start boarding up the windows, which is why I have my hammer and nails. Also, I'm going to make myself a spiked baseball bat because finally, I want Frank to have a high-quality, deadly weapon. We also probably should take a look outside just to make sure there are no zombies in the neighborhood. Yeah, we should check. Now that things are starting to go well, I'm just terrified that the next time I step foot outside, it's going to be like 10,000 zombies all over us. It'll be like the band 10,000 Maniacs, except with less Natalie Merchant, more dead guys, and, I mean, you know, less maniacs. Although some of the zombies could also be maniacs. I don't want to cast aspersions on the zombies. I don't know what their mental state is like. I don't want to pigeonhole them. Put up a tent. Why is put up a tent even an option? I'm clicking on the sink, just trying to get a drink of water. That's all I want to do, is try and get a drink of water out of the sink. Fill a water bottle and drink. That's all I was looking to do. I don't want to pitch a tent in my house. I mean, sure, a little masturbation and pitching a tent might help alleviate Frank being ravaged by mourning and desperation, but Frank wants a little excitement. I think next time we're going to have to try and give Frank a little excitement, and I think I know the perfect way to do that. And that is to find my baseball bat, wherever the hell I put it. Where'd I put that bat? This banana is rotten. Our food is slowly going bad. Let's eat all. We're hungry. I need to start eating food because it's just rotting in this refrigerator. This banana is the avocado. The avocado's still good. The banana, that's got to go. Anything else look bad? Eggplant still fine. Grapes. Everything else still looks okay. I'm gonna eat this orange too. I'm gonna eat all the fruit because the fruit is in danger of going bad. There we go. Now we're bored. Well, Frank, if boredom is your worst problem in the apocalypse, might I hypothetically suggest, Frank, that you have not really that much of a problem? Like, if being bored is your worst concern in the apocalypse, you may be doing all right, son. You may be doing all right. Give me a hammer. Now, we have a hammer, a nails, and baseball bat in my main inventory. I should be able to craft a spiked baseball bat, yes? Is that considered a survivalist weapon? It is not. What is it considered? Carpentry? Spiked baseball bat. Craft 1. Yes. I'm using 5 nails and a baseball bat. All right, now we're fucking cooking. This is going to be sweet. All right, so the hammer goes back in our backpack. I'm going to put the nails back in the cabinet because we don't really need any more of those. Now we're cooking, Frank. Now we're cooking. Now we've got a plan. We're going to go find Frank a little fun. That's what we're going to do. Got him a spiked baseball bat. We can take that out. I'm just going to store these twigs because I don't want to carry him around. And next episode, I think it's time for Frank to go start punishing the wicked. And in this case, the wicked constitute a whole bunch of neighborhood friggin' zombies. I'm just going to equip you in both hands right now. Since I'm not carrying my duffel bag. We can do a quick sweep of the house, too, just to make sure everything is safe. Looks pretty good. We're going to throw away this rotten banana in the garbage where rotten food goes. Banana. Done. And next time, Frank's going to take old Bessie the spiked bat here, and we're going to go wreck a little zombie house shop just to alleviate some of Frank's boredom. It's going to be a killing spree. The kind of thing that the Punisher has been missing since the apocalypse punished all of the wicked for Frank. Just because they've been punished once doesn't mean they still don't have comeuppance gun. That's right. You may be dead. Being dead, not beyond the reach of punishment. And if you're not beyond the reach of punishment, you're not beyond the reach of Frank Castle, the Punisher. Still, why can I not... What is up with the sink? Why can I not get it? I don't know why I can't get a drink out of my sink anymore. Alright, well, Frank is... Are you a little tired? If we sleep for 7 hours, that's going to be a little later than I would like. So let's sleep for 4 hours. And then come noon tomorrow, it's time to hunt a few zombies. Frank Castle is going out Punisher style. For now, though, that's going to be it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Of course, your support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more Project Zomboid, consider subscribing as well. We post new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.